We are happy this morning because Jake Self with Happy Hiller is here. Actually, it's Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical, but always the happy part is there too. We're
Yes,
talking
ma'am.
electrical this morning
Correct.
because we're entering storm season. Is that why?
I
Because
figured
we're
we
entering heat season.
maybe a
both.
little bit of both.
Yeah,
I figured we probably should touch on it because last time we touched on our air conditioning maintenance.
yeah.
So hopefully we're working our way through that in the house, making sure our air conditioners are working, and now would be a good time to check all your electrical circuits. Maybe we're looking at that one big spring project and we want to add some electrical outlets over here, or I'm going to change my lighting in my dining room. And we handle all that. We handle the small repairs of just changing out one receptacle or helping you with a big remodel project. So
You know, if you've lived in a house for a long time, you kind of live on some land, right? Don't you have
Correct.
an old house?
yes, I have a 200-year-old
I
farmhouse.
thought it was kind of old. So when I talk about bringing things up to code,
Mm-hmm.
your version of that would be very different from
Yes.
maybe my version
Yes,
of that.
yes. There's a very broad spectrum of what it's going to take to bring something up to code.
But I think it's interesting to talk about the house that you live in because you can have old, but still have the modern, current conveniences.
Yes, yeah, and it just depends on what you're looking for. And when we say the terms bringing it up to code, there is bringing it up to code if that's what you want. There's making sure that everything is safe is what maybe you need. It's what the homeowner is going to want.
Well, let's talk about that safety part of it because we are going to be entering some storms
Mm-hmm.
and those heavy lightning storms and things like that. So in situations like that seasonally, can't your electrical system be kind of in jeopardy?
It could take a hit, and we try to talk to our customers and anybody who wants information on whole home surge protection, which will go right into your panel to help protect any of your appliances, because a lot of people think your surge protectors for your computer and for your TV, we got those protected. Well, what about the big appliances? What are we protecting? Our stoves, our washer, dryer, and our air conditioners.
Right.
There's no protection there unless we're talking about something like that.
Jake's been having some conversations with me personally because I've used them for something and I've got some plumbing needs at my house. And so he was talking about, you know, this is kind of going to be a problem for you down the road and keep this in mind. And information gives you power, right,
Correct.
as a homeowner?
Yes, and that's one of our big maintenance things is giving our customers options. Some people, if we haven't done our job to present it correctly, may feel as if we are trying to upsell them, but that's not the case. We're wanting to make sure you know everything that's going on with your house and what steps you could take if wanted to make things better or more convenient for you or safe if
Okay,
it's on electrical.
so let's talk about the electrical part for a minute, because it is a broad spectrum.
Yep.
So I'm sure that this surge protection you're talking about is probably an upper tier service that you offer. I'm sure that's not exactly inexpensive.
You would be surprised.
Really?
It's not that expensive at all.
Okay, once you've done it.
Yep.
How
It's
long?
there.
It's there.
Yep, until it takes some kind of surge, and then you need to get a new one.
Okay. So it only, but even though what you've invested in with that surge protection is now going to need to be replaced, you've saved all types
Yes.
of money because the wiring in your home is protected, your appliances are fine. Am I right?
Yep, and you think about the amount of electronics that are going into the washer and dryer that used to be on off. They are more vulnerable than ever now because of how much electronics are truly in there.
So if somebody calls you, if they're watching you today and they don't have a need at the moment, can they still call you and say, look, will you just come out and kind of
Please.
walk my house?
Yeah, so we do free home evaluations where what we call a project manager will come out and look at your list of needs. Say, hey, maybe I have an old panel and I'd like that surge protector you're talking about, or standby generators. We put in Generac and Kohler generators if that's something you're interested in. Let's go and do a walk through your house, see what you're looking for is what you want up and running if your power does go out.
If you are purchasing a house, I know you have a home inspection done,
Yep.
but can a buyer also hire
Yep.
you to come and?
Yeah, we do that, and sometimes we work right along with the home inspector, say, hey, this is what we're seeing, can you come verify it?
Any no-nos from an electrical standpoint? Don't use multiple extension cords?
Yeah, extension cords are a temporary basis. If you're running appliances or a circuit in your home with an extension cord, we need to get that fixed.
Okay, but you can use one like to plug in a lamp.
up to a certain amount. Because if you look at the warning label on the tags of your lamps, it'll tell you whether it's supposed to be right into receptacle or if it is rated to run on an extension cord.
Okay.
It'll actually tell you that.
Okay. So what he wants is for you to have the power of that knowledge so that you can make the right decisions for your home. Ultimately, it's going to be your call.
Yes.
But here's the phone number if you do want to call them. It's 481-9180, happyhiller.com. Remember that happy, because that's what they promise you will be. Thanks.
Thank you.